Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi zidni ilma, Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Before we start our class, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us. We are doing sequences again, IGCSE Math, and we are going to be doing the hard questions now. Before we continue with the paper, I wanted to inform you all that all the revenue earned will be donated to the cause of Palestine. So please do make sure to like and subscribe my channel. Okay, moving on to the first question that we have over here. In the first question, it says find the nth term of each sequence. Alright, what does it say? It says find the nth term of each sequence. Whenever you have a question like this, find the difference between each term. So the difference is minus 2. If I look at it, the difference between each term is minus 2. Whenever the difference is same between all the terms, we use the formula a plus n minus 1 multiplied by d. A refers to the first term, alright, and d, first term, d refers to the difference. Okay, so in the formula a plus n minus 1 multiplied by d, in place of a I will write 4 plus n minus 1, and in place of d I will write minus 2. So this becomes 4 plus minus 2 multiplied by n is minus 2n, and minus 2 multiplied by minus 1 is positive 2. What I have done? Minus 2 multiplied by n is minus 2n, minus 2 multiplied by minus 1 is positive 2. So this becomes 4 plus 2 negative 2n. So the answer is 6 negative 2n. Any confusion, guys?
No.
Perfect.
सर लास्ट में है +2 और -2 क्या हुआ?
Basically we had this plus 2 over here. So plus 4 plus 2 is 6. And देखो plus minus is minus. So negative 2n will remain the same. So your equation is 6 negative 2n. Alright?
Alright.
Moving on to the next question. In question 1b, we have to find a sequence again. Alright, so let's find the differences between terms. The difference between first term is 6. The difference between the second term is 10. Now let's find the difference between the third term. So we are going to be doing 31 negative 17. It's 14. And 49 negative 31 is 18. So in this question we cannot use the formula a plus n minus 1 multiplied by d. Why? Because the difference is not the same. Now let me use a different color. So if you look at it, the third difference is 4. 10 minus 6 is 4. 14 minus 10 is also 4. And 18 minus 14 is also 4. So for this question we will be using a different formula. So look, yes, let me make this a star. Let me make this a circle. And let me make this a square. So the formula is actually 2a is equals to star. And what is the value of star? The value of star is 4. It means 2a is equals to 4. A is equals to 4 divided by 2. A is equals to 2. This is the value of a. Alright. Then we have 3a plus b is equals to circle, which means 3 multiplied by 2 because the value of a is 2 plus b is equals to circle is 6. So 3 2s are 6 plus b is equals to 6. B is equals to 6 minus 6. B is equals to 0. So that's how we get the value of b. And the last part of the equation is a plus b plus c is equals to the square or rectangle, whatever you want to call. Value of a is 2 plus value of b is 0 plus value of c we have to find out, and this is equals to the square. Value of square is 1. So c plus 2 is equals to 1. C is equals to 1 negative 2. C is equals to negative 1. Alright. So now when you guys will be answering the question, in order to answer the question, you guys will use an squared plus bn plus c. We know the value of a, the value of a is 2, so you guys will say 2n squared. What's the value of b? 0 plus 0n. What's the value of c? Negative 1. So your equation becomes 2n squared negative 1. So whenever you guys have a question like this in sequences, these are the particular set of formulas you guys need to use. So moving on to question number 2, we have the first term, second term, third term, fourth term. We need to find the fifth term and the nth term. So look guys, if you look at the first question, this bar, the difference is same. The difference is negative 4. Alright. So in this question, 9, 5, 1, negative 3, we already told that the difference is negative 4. So again we will use the formula a plus n minus 1 multiplied by d. A is 9 plus n minus 1, d is negative 4. So this becomes 9 plus negative 4 multiplied by n is negative 4n. Negative 4 multiplied by negative 1 is positive 4. Alright. So your sequence is actually 9 plus 4 negative 4n. So 9 plus 4 is 13. 13 negative 4n. So the fifth term, in order to find the fifth term, we will do negative 3n, negative 4. So it's negative 7. And the nth term of the equation is actually how much now? Is 13 negative 4n. Alright, so this is our answer for the first one. Now we are moving on to the second one. If you look at this sequence, it's 4, 9, 16, 25. So in this question, let me write down the terms for you guys again. 4, 9, 16, 25. Alright, so if you look at the first term guys, the difference between first term is 5. The difference between 16 and 9 is 7. And the difference between 25 and 16 is 9. All have positive differences, right? And then the difference between these two terms is 2. So I had already taught you a formula. If we go up here, 2a is equals to star. This is star, circle, square. 2a is equals to star, which means 2a is equals to 2. A is equals to 2 divided by 2. A is equals to 1. We found a. Then if we go up here, what was the formula? 3a plus b is equals to circle. So 3a plus b is equals to 5. 3, the value of a is 1 plus b is equals to 5. So 3 plus b is equals to 5. B is equals to 5 minus 3. B is equals to 2. Alright. And in order to find c, we do a plus b plus c is equals to square. A plus b plus c is equals to 4. The value of a is 1 plus the value of b is 2 plus c is equals to 4. 3 plus c is equals to 4. C is equals to 4 minus 3. C is equals to 1. Now what did I tell you? In order to find the answer, we do an squared plus bn plus c. An squared plus bn plus c. Okay. The value of a is how much? 1. So we will do 1n squared. What's the value of b? 2. Plus 2n. What's the value of c? 1. So this is the answer. I will write n squared plus 2n plus 1. And if I look at the question, it's square actually. 2 squared is 4. 3 squared is 9. 16 squared, 4 squared is 16. 5 squared is 25. So 6 squared is 36. So over here the fifth term is going to be 36. So moving on to the next part, we have the first term is 1, the second term is 8, the third term is 27, the fourth term is 64. So what can we identify? Look, we can identify, for example, 1 cube is 1, 2 cube is 8, 3 cube is 27, 4 cube is 64, and 5 cube is 125. So basically the formula is n cube. We are cubing the numbers. So in place of nth term, you will write n cube, and the fifth term is 5 cube. So 5 cube is actually 125. Alright. Moving on to the next part, moving on to the next question, we have the terms 8, 16, 32 and 64. So moving on to the next question, guys, if you guys have noticed, it's 8, 16, 32, 64. If you look at this progression, we are doing multiply by 2 over here actually. What are we doing? Multiply by 2. So the fifth term is automatically going to become 128. How? 64 multiplied by 2 is going to be 128. Now if you notice one thing, 2 raised to power 1 is 2, 2 raised to power 2 is 4, 2 raised to power 3 is 8. Alright. So what we can identify is, 2 raised to power 3 is 8, right? So 2 raised to power n plus 2, because 2 raised to power n is 2, alright? So if I do 1, and because there is a difference of 2 in these terms, plus 2, that's 3. So 2 raised to power 3 is 8. So the answer of the sequence is 2 n plus 2. For example, if I do 2, if I want to find the second term, so in place of n I will write 2. And what was the formula? N plus 2 plus 2. So it's 2 raised to power 4, 2 raised to power 4 is 16. How did I identify it? 2 raised to power 3 is 8, 2 raised to power 1 is 2. The difference of the terms is of 2. That's why I did n plus 2. Alright. So this is it for our class today. I hope you guys were able to understand. If you guys were not able to understand, you can mention that in the comments below. Please do like, subscribe and share my channel. All the revenue earned will go for the cause of Palestine, inshallah. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum.